Hello there, it's Dawn from Cyprus, New Beginnings, My Everyday Life in Rural Cyprus. Thank you so much for being here, very much appreciated. And I've got lots there with you today, some YouTube hacks and tips, basically yet again breaking those myths of what works for your channel, what gets you viewers, all those myths that people are sharing and there's a whole load of people doing and they are not correct, and I say why they're not correct, as in factual. So we'll get to that, but first let's start with people have asked for me to continue with my information about Cyprus. So there's the flag of Cyprus. And today I'm going to talk about weddings because here August is the wedding season. Of course, you can get married at any time in Cyprus, but if you're from an affluent background or you're somebody or you have some form of status, you would not get married any other time than August. Oh, yes, I got married in August in Cyprus. Yes. But that's another story. If you want to know more about that, then go and look at it's near the very beginning of my channel. And there's 2 chats to camera, basically talking about my wedding in Cyprus and how it was a very unique wedding because you can have a tourist wedding. And that's the only way like English people normally get married over here. You have to have a Cypriot background. Obviously, me and Mike were resident here, so we wanted a Cypriot wedding, but for English people. Long story, not going into it now, but basically it was a very unique wedding and we had to go through hoops. Even the officials didn't know how it was to be done, but I tell that story. I believe it's over 2 videos, but as I say, right near the beginning of my channel. So go and take a look at that. So we're talking about weddings. Now, this is in the more olden days, but a lot of these things still exist. And it says, the first thing in a Cyprus wedding is that the parents agree to it. There are matchmakers in many villages and even in the towns. Then the dowry has to be settled, especially that of the daughter. A son's value is his education or his trade, but a daughter must have at least a house and furniture. And if you don't understand how that is so, basically a father of a daughter will either build more onto the house for the daughter, or he will build a house for her if they have land elsewhere, or sometimes they give the daughter the house and then they move to other land. But these days the trend is more, if the girl wants to be, say, a hairdresser, they will fit out a whole hairdresser's premises for her, or a dance school if they want to be a dance teacher. So that's a bit more the trend these days. So carrying on. The immovable property of a family will be divided equally amongst all the children, and one part will remain for the parents. When the parents have agreed, and if the children are willing, the couple become officially engaged. At the engagement ceremony, the priest and the parents are witnesses to the transaction of the property. After the blessing of the engagement, there's a small feast for the relatives. Preparation for the wedding starts soon after the engagement, for very often the house has to be built or the furniture ordered, as I've stated. Invitations are sent out about a fortnight before the wedding, and on it is usually stated whether you're simply invited as a guest or whether you're required to act as a best man or bridesmaid. Very often there are more than 100 of these latter. The men, kumbari, pay for the church service, while the women, kumeres, pay for the wedding wreath and candles, and very often for the bride's cosmetics. In addition, they send presents to the couple. In former years in the villages, the bride's mother went from house to house to invite practically the whole village to the wedding. That still happens today. For this occasion, a special dainty lace-like ring of pastry was baked, decorated with little birds, pigeons. The ring was passed over the neck of a gourd or jug filled with wine, and thus equipped, she would go round the village inviting everyone to come to the wedding of our daughter. If the person invited accepted, he would drink a little wine and cut a small piece of the pastry ring to eat. Hey Sharon, nice to see you. You've got my live. Well done. I'm talking about Cypriot weddings. Again, in other villages, it was a custom to send out handkerchiefs, especially if the people to be invited lived in another place. These were of two kinds and were embroidered by the bride-to-be. Can you imagine people doing that? The silk ones were meant to invite you as the kumbaras or the kumeras, so the best man or the bridesmaids. And the cotton ones meant you were invited simply as a guest. All the friends and relations come to help with the wedding preparations. If the traditional lukimi is to be baked at home, this is done on a Thursday before the wedding ceremony, which is always performed on a Sunday. If sugared almonds are offered, they're either placed in their bumbararis or wrapped in cellophane and tied with a gold thread, and this is done by all the young girls. On Friday, the violinist and the lauto, which is an instrument like a large mandolin, they install themselves in the village or at the house where the wedding will take place, because from now on, everything that happens will be the accompaniment of music and song. First of all, the rezi, wheat for the wedding dish, is ground. This is done by the young girls and boys taking turns at the small stone mills, which are bought from the neighbours and put down on rugs on the floor, while the bride and groom to be sit and watch, and all start singing traditional songs. Yes, you did, Sharon. Sharon saying, I finally caught a live stream. There are many verses which are sung of the song while the mill changes hands. There's a lot of teasing, laughing and chatting going on as the children run in and out of the mothers, together with the older women. They prepare meze for friends who help. While all the rezi, about a sackful, has been ground, everyone will go and have a brandy and meze. This is when the men start singing the typical improvised verses in honour of the bride and groom. Some are funny, others not so much, and merrymaking goes on until late at night. Sharon Rowland saying, Dawn, my package from Harvey, Louisiana, will be here this coming Thursday. And Jimmy, the astute tourist, mailed a package to me this morning. Wow. As well. I can't wait to get both packages. Wow, that's awesome, Sharon. Jimmy's such a sweetie. I've actually just filmed a little bit about Jimmy. That's coming up on my other channel soon. So basically, that's the start of it, and I'll continue that another time. But basically, a wedding in Cyprus, as you hear, it starts with all the preparations, but it goes on for several days, including the actual wedding. So I'll continue with that another time. Jimmy is awesome. He certainly is. He certainly is. I've just mailed him something, so look out for that arriving. Okay, so now we're going to go on to, I'm going to do my tips and hacks. That's what I'm going to do next. There's my little picture, tips and hacks. Where have you gone? Here it is. Knacks, hacks, facts and stats. And I'm going to share, people keep asking me, so I'm going to do some more, share with you some more YouTube factual tips. And what I'm going to do today is a bit of myth busting of what some influencers say works to get viewers, and I will break those myths. I don't know why people follow what they say works. They see everyone doing it, so they think that must be it. Last time I was talking about where people on their thumbnails do a like wide open mouth, and yes, it attracts a certain type of person, shall we say, and they might come one time to see that video, but they're not sticking around if you don't give them what your picture signifies. It's like a message, and I have said before what that message is. So if you're only interested in numbers coming for one video, then do that shot. But that will not attract people to your channel. It's putting a message out there, calling certain people in, and I'm pretty certain you don't want the sort of people it's a message to. But that's not my myth bust today. My myth bust today for making YouTube, making your videos. Now, this is about when you talk to camera. So like now, but let's say this is a video. So some people say attention span is much shorter these days. And if you're just talking to the camera, people switch off. They want action and movement. Okay, granted to a certain extent, but that's only true if you're boring what you're saying. Now, the trend in the past to switch around with this, I'm not talking about a video where you can put another clip in. I'm talking about one piece to camera talking. The trend was to have a second camera on the side, and then you could edit that sometimes this would be what you would see. So you would see me now talking like this to you. Now, do you not agree? Apart from being completely rude, this is not gaining your attention with me facing this way talking to you. And then they would change back to this shot again and have you here. And they said that keep changing the angle would keep people's attention. But remember, I'm qualified in psychology. I can tell you that is rubbish. People want eye contact. So when that was totally myth busted by certain people before, including myself, the concept changed. Now the influencers, not real influencers, just people trying to make something out of their own channels by you recommending their tips. What they're now saying is, which again is worse, completely unfounded, that when you're doing a bit to camera, don't now do this side shot because so many people poo-pooed it. What you need to do now is, as I'm talking, zoom in, zoom out, zoom in, zoom out, zoom in, zoom out. Honestly. Now, anyone with a poor attention span, that will actually detract from them paying attention. So all they're getting in their heads is in, out, and they're not paying attention anymore. So they're actually likely to switch off much sooner. And I have seen some extremes of this where literally every sentence they zoom in, zoom out. So I'll say a sentence, change the zoom. I'll say something else, zoom, zoom, zoom. And it's all the time. I've seen channels where they zoom in, bit more, bit more, bit more, zoom out. I can tell you some of these channels. And you tell me how long you're actually watching that stuff for. It does not keep your attention at all. It's very distracting. If you're someone that suffers from migraines or sight problems, anything like that, it can actually cause you a lot of problems. So you'll actually find it can cause issues for people, anyone with any head trauma or eye problems, or even attention deficit problems. Anyone with any form of problem, it will actually cause a problem for. So please stop you zooming in and out. You're actually losing people. And what do I recommend then? If you want to keep attention, make what you're saying interesting. People want to listen. So I would say the channels doing that are the ones that are so fearful that people don't stay. Or they say at the beginning of their videos, oh, we're going to be doing this. Stay tuned, keep watching. You should be watching because you like watching. Hey there, Light and Love's in the house. How you doing, my friends? Oh, dear. So, yeah, I will myth bust all the time, as I say, for two reasons. From an inside of YouTube and also from psychology qualifications. Yeah, that's the people you need to listen to. And I always test those who think they know all about YouTube. There's one question I ask them that they can't answer. I've talked about it before, and that's how I test if they really know anything or they don't. Here you are. I'm on the treadmill of hospital at the moment, so back on that treadmill. Oh dear. So that's really what I wanted to say for my myth busting. And I want to go on to, let's look at a book I took from my book Nook. I went up in a pitch then. And today I'm going to read another Aesop's fable. And as you know, these are very short versions. So it's more about getting the message out there. I do recall this one as a child, reading this one. As I say, it's very short and we get straight to the point. And this is called At Dinner with Stork and Fox. Fox invited Stork over for dinner. He served delicious soup in a wide, flat soup bowl. Try as she might, Stork couldn't pick a drop up in her long beak, much less swallow anything. Not eating, Stork, said Fox, enjoying himself. Here, let me help you. And Fox licked up all Stork's portion as well. Poor Stork had to go home hungry, but she was determined to get her own back. The following week, Stork invited Fox to dinner. I'm cooking loads, so come hungry, said Stork. Ravenous, Fox sat down to dinner. He could smell wonderful smells coming from Stork's kitchen. I've cooked one of your favourites, said Stork. And she came in with 2 long, thin pitchers of stew. Eat up, said Stork, dipping her beak into the long, thin pitcher and eating her fill. But try as he might, the fox couldn't get a bite. He couldn't get his snout into the thin pitcher. Not hungry? Here, let me help you, said Stork. And she ate Fox's portion as well as he slunk back home with his tail between his legs. And the moral is, if you are spiteful to others, you shouldn't be surprised when they are spiteful to you. So, yes, I do remember that one from my childhood for sure. Okay, I'm going to have a quick drink and then I'm going to give you some tips. Flower tips, I think. Garden flower tips, I think. Okay, so flower tips. Flowers. So this will be on my section today of Sow, Grow, Mow and Ho, Ho, Ho. Oh, I'm so funny. Okay, this is about indoor plants. If a pot plant, such as a busy lizzie, is flagging, water it every day with cold tea. The minerals will encourage it to liven up. So yes, cold tea. I don't drink tea and neither does Mike. It's quite a fallacy that English like tea. Clean mother-in-law tongue plant by wiping the green foliage every 3 to 4 weeks with a few drops of almond oil squeezed onto a damp cloth. This will ensure glossy green leaves that don't dry up if you have heating on in your home. Now we talk about chrysanthemums. When buying potted chrysanthemums, make sure that there's a fair amount of colour showing through the buds. If you buy them in tight buds, they may never open. A well-grown plant should have at least 20 buds showing colour with more to come. Water during the first week only if the soil seems really dry. And one more tip for plants today. Remove the lower leaves and split the ends of chrysanthemum stems before putting them in a vase. Put in a cool place at night and that will extend their life. There's tips there. Yay. And you know what time it is now? Do you know what time it is? It's Monday Fun Day. So we have jokes, quotes, funs and puns. And today I'm going to do, like 4 jokes I've marked for you today. Because I do have to pre-read them just in case, you never know. Okay, so you're all tuning in just in time for the jokes. The first one. Sandy and Jock were on holiday. They hired a boat to go fishing on the lake. They found a marvellous stretch of water teeming with so many fish. Oh, we'll have to come back here tomorrow, said Sandy. Mark the spot so we know it again. OK, said Jock. At the landing stage, Sandy thought he'd better double check. Are you sure you marked the spot, Jock? Yes, I made a mark with my knife right here on the side of the boat where the fish are. Now you think that's bad enough, but his friend replied, but what if we take a different boat out tomorrow? Sharon says, Dawn, do you have any beautiful rocks lying around your house? I will look. I'm going through a big clear up and sort out. If I find any, Sharon, I will, seeing as Jimmy now has your address, if you're okay with that, I will ask Jimmy for it if I find any and send them your way, of course. Of course. Okay, next joke. The pilot was making the usual coming into land at Sydney shortly speech after a very long, hot flight with many delays. Without switching off the intercom, he added to his co-pilot, and what I want now is a cold beer and a hot girl. The stewardess rushed up to him to tell him, switch off the intercom, we can hear you. And all he could say is, you've forgotten the beer. Hey, it's Steve and Tina Jewell, the game champions. Do go and check out each other's channel. Sharon doesn't have a channel, so don't go looking there. But she does like rocks and sort of gemstones and fancy rocks. If any of you have got anything like that you'd like to pass on to her, then I'm sure we can sort out a way how we can get them sent to her. Yeah, Jimmy's got it. Jimmy's got it. Are you laughing at being the champions? But you know you was. Okay, let's do another joke. Let me see. I haven't got another one marked. I have to just be careful I don't read anything too bad. Too bad. I have another one. I thought I had another one. Okay. A jeweller shop in Dublin was robbed in broad daylight, and Pat, an eyewitness, rushed to the police station panting with excitement. I saw it all, he said, and man, you'll never believe it. There was this great elephant. It came lumbering down Grafton Street. It smashed the window with its tusk. It put its trunk in the broken window and scooped out all the jewels, and away he went. Boy, oh boy, said the sergeant, I've never heard the like of that. Was it an Indian elephant or an African elephant? Oh, how do you tell the difference, said Pat. Well, you see, said the sergeant, an Indian elephant has small ears which keep close to the head, but the African elephant has great big floppy ears which stick out. So what sort of ears did the elephant have? Oh, I couldn't tell you that, said Pat. He was wearing a stocking over his head. That's my sort of joke. Oh, dear. Well, seeing as Steve and Tina's in the house, I think we should play our game. Let me just grab it. So we're playing Outburst. Yay, playing Outburst. Just make a space for the box. There we go. So if you don't know this, where have you been? Where have you been? We have a timer. And I have some cards. I can't see what's written on the cards apart from the title. So, for example, this one says African countries. There's 10 answers here, and you have to try and come up. We're not doing African countries, that's an example. But you have to come up with what 10 might be written here before the timer runs out. And then when the timer runs out, we see how many we got between us. So you have to type in on the keyboard. If you're watching this back later, you can still play, shout out loud how many answers you can think of. And then when I read the answers, you can see how many you got. You like the jokes? I do like jokes. I think a joke makes someone smile or laugh. I've done my job for the day. Yes, definitely. I'm always doing jokes. It's Fun Day Monday. There has to be jokes. I try and remember. But as I say, I have to pre-look at them because some people get offended a bit too easily. Okay, so I found my little, this is what I put it in after. It's still very hard to read through the red, but this is what we do. So type in your answers. We've only got the time of the timer to run out. And you need to type in today as many as you can think of, not one answer, as many as you can say of household cleaning items. Go, typey. Click-toe to type. There you go, Greek word for you. And I have to remember you're behind me saying what I'm saying, so I have to give you a bit more time. So we turn the timer over. What's happening on Thursday, Sharon? Something's happening. Is your nephew coming? So household cleaning items. Do you think that could be like sponges? Vim. Oh gosh, Vim. You will know Jif rather than Sif. What about washing powder? I say washing up liquid, but some of you would say dish soap, I think you call it. Mr. Clean. Is this Tina now? Is this Tina? Tina's answers. I'll be impressed if it's Steve. Gosh, Ajax. Oh, you're right, that's when your package is coming. I've just got a package, Sharon. I've made a video about something I've just got. It's exciting. Mop, yes. What about kitchen towels or paper towels? Ooh, broom. What about vacuum cleaner or carpet sweeper? Time's nearly up. Sharon, can you think to type in any household cleaning items? What about a duster? It's Steve. Oh, good, Steve. Well done. Well done, Steve. I'm very impressed. Soap. What about soap? Soap. Okay, time's up. Vacuum. Okay, let's see what we got. I have to come forward for this. Mop, you got that. Broom, you got that. Dustpan. Sorry for my big head. Oh, you just put it. Well done. Sorry for my big head, but I've got to go to the light. Vacuum, you got that. Bucket. What's that say? Begins with a K. Cags. Oh, no. K. Or is it M? Oh, rags. Rags. Sponge. I think I said sponge. Polish. The wife. Well, that was Steve. What's that say? Washing machine. Oh, and dryer. Should have got that. Always thinking little things. Okay, let's do another one. Don't forget to type your answers in. I'm trying to pick ones that everyone can play. Oh, this is a good one. Cartoon animals. So get typing all the cartoon animals you can think of. cartoon animals. Muttley, he's one of my favourites, Muttley. So it's a dog. Scooby-Doo, dog. Hong Kong Phooey, dog. Tom and Jerry, mouse and cat. Pink Panther, panther. Says it on the tin. Ooh, Bugs Bunny. Okay, Sharon, you made it though. You made it. Peppa Pig, that's a good one. Cartoon animals, they're mostly dogs, I think. Cartoon animal. Oh, Daffy Duck. I'm going Warner Brothers now. What's the Roadrunner? Roadrunner. And Wile E. Coyote. Deputy Dog. Dumbo. You gave that answer the other day. Bambi, you gave that the other day. You're putting them in the right category now. That was a one-word film title, but not their name. You got it right now. Yay. Scooby-Doo. I like Scooby-Doo. Well, Mighty Mouse. Speedy Gonzales. Very good. I would say he was a mouse, wasn't he? He was a was he a mouse? Some sort of rodent. Okay, time's up. Let's have a look. Porky Pig. You got pig, but you got the wrong piggy. Okay, see you, Sharon. Thanks for being here. You got Bambi twice, so I'm guessing Steve said it and Tina said it. Mickey Mouse. No one got Mickey Mouse. Donald Duck. Foghorn Leghorn. I know the name, not sure what he was. So White. Why is she a cartoon animal? Why is Snow White? Or are we back to the cleaning? Back to the laundry, Snow White. You're crazy now. Yeah, Foghorn Leghorn. I know that. I can't picture Foghorn Leghorn. What that was. Was he a moose? He was a moose. I think he's a moose. Yes, I think he was a moose. Woody Woodpecker. Oh. Top Cat. It's funny how they've all got their name in what animal they are of these. Roadrunner, I got that one. Tweety. It's Tweety Pie. Animal is that? Clearly. I think he's back on the cleaning, Snow White. Danger Mouse. Oh, I love Danger Mouse. Do you guys know Danger Mouse? Oh, Yogi Bear. Yogi Bear and Boo Boo. Okay, let's do another. I don't know if we'll be able to do this. I think it's English, this game. Might not be, but we'll see. Children's TV programmes, past and present. Well, that's a pretty big category, isn't it? So I'm going to err on caution and do exported children's TV programmes that came to England, but they were American programmes. I'm going that route. So children's TV programmes, past and present. So I'm going to do Banana Splits because that's American, but the English got that all the time in the 70s, constantly. If it's English, there might be Play School. Children's TV programmes, Grange Hill's English, that would be their Blue Peter. Animal Magic. I didn't like that. Didn't really like that. I think I was maybe too young for that. Watch with Mother. Blue Peter. Blue Peter. That's got to be there, hasn't it? Swap Shop. Multicolour Swap Shop. The Wombles. Jackanory. People don't know these a bit like, what are you talking about, Dawn? Vision On. Sesame Street, that's a good answer. Yeah. Muppets. Excellent. I bet that's a Steve answer. Play Away. How? Couldn't have that now, could you? Tis Was. Time's running out. Children's TV. Wooden Tops. Camberwick Green. Trumpton. Herbs. Thomas the Tank Engine. That's Steve. Thomas the Tank Engine. I'll give you a little bit more time because you've got to type your answers. I'm just saying them. Cat Weasel. Remember Cat Weasel. Magpie. Did I say magpie? Magpie. Okay, time's up. Blue Peter, number 1. Andy Pandy. Grange Hill. I used to love Grange Hill until right at the very end, and it was just trying to repeat the characters. Didn't work anymore. What's that say? Bill and Ben. Magic Roundabout. That was imported. Most English TV was imported. There was very little made in England. Play School. I got that. Ivor the Engine. You got the wrong train. You got Thomas the Tank Engine. I didn't like Ivor the Engine at all. Postman Pat. Oh, Postman Pat. Jackanory. I got that one. And Saturday Superstore. I said Multicolour Swap Shop, which was prior to Saturday Superstore, the same format but different presenters. That was quite a good one. I thought that was going to be harder because there were so many to think of. Oh, I'm not sure this one. Beefs in restaurant. So maybe it's food with the word beef in it. Take that however you like. Beefs in restaurant. I don't really know. Maybe it's ways of serving beef. Have a go. See what you think. Poo-poo. Poo-poo. Barmy. Barmy McGrew. Cuthbert Dibble Gum. Yeah, was it you I was saying it to? They've got a really cool thing on YouTube. I've got to try and find it again. And they show that clip and then they changed the names of them all. But it goes. It's really funny. A little bit rude, but it's funny. Trumpton Fire Department. Yay. Trumpton Fire Department. Yay. That would be quite cool if they did the scripts again, but had people dress up to look like those characters, like as a laugh. That would be really funny, and they could change the stories a little bit. That would be so funny. I expect someone's done it somewhere, but that would be fun. We'll have to devote a whole episode to that, I think. Okay, what we're doing, beefs. Beefs in restaurants. Beefs in restaurants. Beefs in restaurants. So whatever you can take that to be. I don't know, beef Wellington. Maybe it's ways of having beef. Beef burger. Beef bourguignon. There's an English restaurant chain called Beef Eater. I'm not really sure what I'm supposed to be doing with beef. Maybe it's just beef dishes made with beef. Steak. Beef steak. Not really sure if I'm doing the right sort of answers. Barbecue salt. No, barbecue beef flavour. Huh? Can't hear you. Bolognese. Ah, Mike's playing bolognese. Beef stew. It's a good one. What about like Chinese? We had a Chinese one the other day. What's all the beefy Chinese beef eater, beef burgers? Beef. Beef. What about beef soup? Because oxtail soup, is that beef? Yeah, what's all those Chinese ones we had the other day? Beef stir fry? Speak up, what? Beef Wellington, I think I said that at the beginning. It's my husband playing, in case you don't know what I'm talking to. Beef sandwich, yes. Beef sandwich. Beef steak. What about Sunday dinner, like Sunday roast? Sunday roast? Sunday roast. Beef. Oop, time's up. Let's have a look. Ginger beef. There we go. Let's see. What? Fly in your soup? What? There's a fly in your soup? That's beef. Bug in the salad? What? What's that say? Tepid coffee. Oh, it's beefs as in complaints. You have a beef with someone. Well, that didn't make it very clear, did it? Beef is not good. Oh, it's complaints. Slow service. Misty glasses. Corked wine. They should have said complaints. Stale bread. Overcharging. Offhand waitress. Beef stroganoff. Someone put a beef thing. Someone put beef thing. Oh, that wasn't very good, was it? Like I say, those need to be more clear, methinks. Okay. Let's try. Oh, do we know this? Metals. Metals. I'm not going to say anything now. I'll just show you the title. Metals. Metals. Turn the timer. Metals. So anything, anything that comes to mind. Metals. What about, what's it called? Oh, what's like punk rock, heavy metal. Didn't mean to send that. It's all right. I missed it anyway. Yes, heavy metal, as in rock bands. Ha, metal. Stainless steel. Iron. Precious metal. So can you have like gold and silver? Copper. Iron. What? Platinum, Mike says. Platinum. He's in the next room, so I can't hear him because I've got the fan on in my ear. Aluminium or aluminum, depends where you come from. Yeah, I wonder what you say in your house, because Steve would want to say aluminium, and would Tina say aluminum? Brass, that's a good one. Brass. Tin. tin, copper, 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 copper. 2 policemen show up at once. Zinc, zinc. Lurker's not typing. Lurker's watching. Lurker's probably shouting out the answers. You said brass. Did you say brass? I think you said brass. Yes, you said brass. It's brass. Let's have a look at the answers. We should be amazed what we forgot. Iron, zinc, mercury, copper, silver, aluminium, uranium, lead. We missed lead, platinum, and gold. So we did. You got mercury there. There you go. Wonderful. What's the time? Or we could do a couple more. Right, musical instruments. We had percussion the other day. This time we've got musical instruments, wind instruments. So something you need to blow. I don't know if you say aluminium or aluminum, Tina. Bye, Tina. Yes, so wind instruments, musical instruments, wind instruments. So we have flute, recorder. Oh, what's that other one? Oboe. I do like the sound of an oboe. Saxophone. Tuba. Trumpet. Trombone. What else? Piccolo, Mike says. Clarinet, Mike says. I like the sound of that as well. I said flute. I said oboe. Bassoon, that's a good one. Flute by the Jaws. Buglehorn. Blugelhorn. Okay. There's another one like tuba, but there's a French horn. Trumpet. What about, it's percussion, so it probably doesn't count. What I was saying the other day, where you blow into it, you pull the plunger thing in and out, it makes that bird sound, but that comes under percussion, I would think, but you do blow into it. Bagpipe. That's brilliant. That's a brilliant answer. Wow. That's a really good answer. That's the star answer for today. Definitely. We said clarinet. Mike said clarinet. I think of some penny whistle. Penny whistle. There's all sorts of whistles. Whistle. A whistle. It's a good one, Dawn. A whistle. Trombone. We said oboe. I think we said oboe. Okay, let's have a look. See what we've got. Clarinet, flute, saxophone, oboe, trombone, trumpet, bagpipe. Yay! Harmonica. That's a good one. What's that say? Tuba, French horn. What does that say? Oh, kazoo. We didn't get that, did we? A kazoo, but you got a harmonica. Another good answer. Clarinet. Excellent. Did we get all those? No, we didn't get the kazoo, did we? Kazoo. Kazoo. Okay, lots of time. Let's do one more. One more today. Let's do birds. Birds. Okay, how many birds can you do? Birds. Oh, bassoon. Ooh. Birds. 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 Penguin. I'm going big birds. Flamingo. Stork. Eagle. Owl. My favourite bird. Owl. Pelican. Vulture. Going big. Albatross. Big. Ostrich. Chicken, does that count? Can you have chickens and turkeys? They're birds, aren't they? Okay, let's go small then. Let's go common bird. Sparrow. Did I say hawk earlier? Hawk. Robin. Crow. Raven. Hummingbird. Kingfisher. Swallow. What's the other one like swallow? I always get them mixed up. Starling. Ostrich. Budgie. That's good. Do canary then. That'll go with the budgie. Oh, toucan. I love toucans. Peacock. It's a good one. Owl. My favourite bird. Sparrow. Bluebird. Blue tit. Duck. Robin. Parrot. Minor bird. Why have you put a bat now? You make me laugh. Why have you put bat? Retracted, I would. Goose. I'm sure you're just checking I'm reading them all. Bat is an animal. That's okay. You make me laugh. I love you guys. Woodpecker. Swift. Let's say starling. Thrush. Swan. Bluebird. I think did I say bluebird? Swan. Swan. I never know. I don't know many birds really. So you could put anything. I wouldn't really know. Swan's good. Albatross. Did I say albatross? Emu. I get that's emu. That's a good one. Emu's good. And there's me. I missed that out because I was doing big birds and I missed the emu. Falcon. Time's up. Let's have a look. So our last answers for today. We have, if I can read them, wren, sparrow, falcon, kestrel, thrush, owl, crow, you got the crow, pigeon. Oh, we all miss pigeon. Pigeon, blue tit, and swallow. Big bird. Yeah, why not? I mean, these cards are crazy, aren't they? You just don't know. Birds, it's a bird. Jailbird. Yeah, see? Chickadee. Yeah, we could have gone Tweety Pie and Busby. Do you remember Busby from British Telecom? Yeah, we could do all the birds. We could go back to Roadrunner now. Whiskey Jack. I don't know. Don't know what that is. Whiskey Jack. Flamingo. You know we have flamingos here, do you? Cyprus has flamingos. Did you know that? Cyprus has flamingos. And the last few years, because they come back every year, and the last few years we've had black flamingos. One. I say plural. One. We have one black flamingo keeps coming back here. I did do a community post. Oh, it'll be a long way back, so you have to scroll back through my community post. I have got a picture of it. Vulture. Yeah, so if you're interested in seeing a black flamingo, it's like black, then you just have to scroll back, loads of community posts on my community page, and you will see it. Okay, guys, I'm going to finish there today. Thank you so much for being here, whether you're live or in the future and playing my channel back, my live stream back once it's posted. And don't forget, if you do watch it back later, do drop me a comment and say hello, because I love to say hello to everyone personally. So do drop me a comment if you watch it back later. Thanks to everyone that's been on live, especially Tina and Dave. Tina and Steve. Oh, I need to finish. Like a magpie is still going. So yeah, especially Tina and Steve. I don't know where Dave came from in my head. We love the game. I love your answers, and they're still coming. You'll be going all day now trying to think of all your birds. Okay, guys, I'm going to leave it there then. Thank you so much, and I appreciate you all. Don't forget to take a look at my other channel. I do fun lives on my other channel, again completely different to this. So check out Tranquility Through Life's Natural Beauty, and click on that bar where it says video, shorts, lives, and then you can go and see what I do on the lives on my other channel. So until next time, as always, Meraki. Bye, guys.